Ladies and gentlemen, why measure projectification in the society is the first question. We are going to try to answer in a few short lectures on this research activity, on measuring the projectification within the Atlantic industries. This is a part of actually our cooperation between the master's program in project management within the Reykjavík University and the School of Science and Engineering within the same school, the master's program there. And now let's first look at as a platform for the justification for the research on the projectification, on how project management has evolved. This was a discipline originating, let's say, in 1960, and originally it was primarily focused on normative techniques, meaning that things like concurrent management and configuration and network planning, especially studying and analysis on the critical path, was the backbone of project management. Project management and projects then went from strength to strength, and we can say that around 1980 the business sector and industry and public sector became interested in projects as organizations. Projects are alive, they are organic, and they also are an integrated part of how any contemporary or a modern organization is organized. So also there was a huge publication industry actually to define what a project is and how it is related to the organizational framework and so forth. So the references and definition of what project management is and what it is not, how project managers should behave, how they should plan and schedule and communicate and so forth, became a big thing in project management. We are now in the third wave, which is actually the professionality of projects, meaning that we are not longer contemplating so much about projects. We know it's a profession. People, thousands of people are working as professional project managers, and the only role they have is to plan and deploy and close out projects. And this has also the meaning that projects have had a very, very big impact on society. And this impact can be measured in many ways. It can be measured by the number of certified project managers, for example, which is a number that has escalated worldwide. It can be measured in the number of publications. It can be measured in the number of members in project management associations and so forth. However, and to emphasize the increasing impact of projects, we undertook a survey in the Icelandic industry, 1,356 upper-level cross-industrial managers. This was a survey that was conducted within many industries. We got 768 answers, and these were the question: do you think that the impact of project management will increase, stay the same, or decrease in the period of the next 12 months? And this was actually conducted in the year 2015. And the second question was, how common or uncommon is the application of project management in your company in the context of the description of the discipline? And the description of the discipline was actually rooted in the traditional definition of conventional management. And this is interesting because this means actually that the latest development, which actually is really getting air under its wings, the agile movement, is not incurred in this. description of the discipline. Now, the results are very interesting. You can see that the increased impact, it's actually obviously that in particular among larger companies, the managers of those companies think that the increase of impact will be significant. And you can see there is a correlation between the turnover and the number of employees and the consensus regarding the impact. The same applies for the common application, how widely projects are applied in the industries. And we have exactly the same trend. If we have the larger the organization, the more likely the manager is to opt for that the application is common. So it's without any doubt that we have increased significance of projects within our society. So, as I mentioned earlier, we can measure it by the number of certified project managers or any other metric, but the most important metric will always be the economic impact, how much money is involved. So, for many people, monetary metrics are the most important ones and the eye-opener. So research of this kind, which is intended to reveal the importance of the economic importance, can really contribute positively to strategic issues of, for example, the education and project management, the emphasis in organizational theory, and a lot of other things. The metric that is used is what is called gross value added. Gross value added is an economic number where we have subtracted raw materials and those kinds of things. So what we have left is the work, meaning the labor work put into the economy. So the question was really about the ratio of the work that is assignable to conventional projects. Now, finally, about what is waiting for you. This is the NACI code. This is a code for from the European Union characterizing the different industries. And you can see that some of those industries are marked black. Those were the industries that were incurred in the original survey that was done among Icelandic companies, also in companies in Norway and Germany. But the red ones, they are estimated by experts. So actually we don't have the exact number, the share of project work within the red marked industries. So the project or the assignment is to figure out what is the real share of project work within those four industries: the agriculture, forestry and fishing, construction, then real estate and corporate service providers.